Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode. My name's Dan, and today we're going to show you how to make some really great foam inserts for your tool chest in your garage or really any other area that you want to organize things. These are a great, easy way to get organized, and organization is really key to maintaining a successful and safe workshop. So let's learn how to do this. There are two ways to do this. One of them is a manual way that you do by hand. That's what we're going to go over today. And then in our next video, we'll show you how to make these with a CNC machine using some software and a scanner, and I'll walk you through the whole process of how to do that as well. So to start, you need a couple tools. The first thing you need is a pattern marker. This is a really skinny marker with a long stem on it. So you need something like that, long skinny stem. You need an X-Acto knife or a scalpel. If you're going to cut deep tools for things like, like these, or like a drill or an impact driver like this, where the tool is pretty deep, you really want a skinny scalpel. You probably don't want like a round body X-Acto knife. And then you need preferably to have cut-proof gloves. And then you need what's called kaizen foam. Now the kind I'm using is called Fast Cap. It has a different color on the top and bottom, and it's made of layers. So what we do is we trace the pattern on the top, and then we cut down to a particular layer so that we can peel back the layers and create the cavities to put our tools in. I'm going to put links to all these products down in the description. They're affiliate links, so if you click them, it'll help us out a little bit. And what I'd like to ask you guys to do is, if you think I've earned it at the end of this video, please like and subscribe. So we're going to go to another camera view, and I'll show you how to do all of this. Okay, so now what we have is a piece of foam in front of us. And if you take a look at it, what I've done is outline the size of the drawer I'm going to put this in, and I'm going to cut that later. And then you need the tools that you're going to work with. I'm going to do this pipe cutter. And you also need your scalpel, your thin stem marker, and your cut-proof gloves. Now, the important thing is that you lay all your tools out in an organized fashion the way you want to access them. You can do this on the computer in the computer cut way, but you have to do it kind of by hand. So you take all the tools, imagine these are all the tools, and you lay them out in the way that you want to access them in the drawer, and then we're going to trace the outline of all those tools onto the foam. Now, with tools like this tool opens, so you want to make sure that you don't have to have the tool in a particular orientation to put it back into the drawer. So we want to basically look at the tool in that orientation and then also look at it in the other orientation and see where we need to create a cavity. So we'll start with the tool closed here. It's going to go roughly in this portion of the drawer. And then we take this marker and we try to keep the marker as vertical as possible, and we trace around the outline of the tool. You don't have to be perfect, but you also don't want the tool to move. So trace around the outline of the tool. And then areas like that, you can just kind of straighten them off. Okay. All right, so now we have the outline of the tool. And then for this particular tool, we're going to open it. And you can see that that gives you another area that you need to have the tool in that position. So what I'm going to do is round out that area. And then I'm going to kind of connect these two with a line. Okay. And then you want to add little areas for you to grab the tool. So you might want to add like a half circle here. And keep in mind, you might want to be able to grab this with gloves on, so you don't want to make these too small. And we'll just do that one there. So now you have the outline, and now we're looking at the scalpel. So you want to look at the thickness of the tool and how deep of the scalpel we need to go in. So we need to go basically the full depth of the scalpel. Now you can mark on here like the depth with a marker, or something. But for this one, since it's basically the full depth of the blade, we're just going to kind of go the full depth of the blade. So now put your cut-proof gloves on, and then you just start cutting around that outline. And we're going to go to basically a full depth of that blade. And you can oscillate up and down to go through nice and smooth. And you're going to basically try to cut out the middle of that line. Okay, so now that you have outlined the entire tool, put your knife away, and then you can take your cut-proof gloves off. And now you are going to kind of peel this back, and it's in layers, as we've shown before, it's in layers. So each of these layers is about 1/8 of an inch thick. So you just kind of start peeling and peeling back the depth that you cut. Go slowly. You don't have to be too forceful with it. And make sure you're not digging into a layer that is below it. And when you get to a good point, I mean, be careful. I mean, you might want to wear those cut-proof gloves, but you can come in here and cut a section off and then keep working on it. Okay. Okay, and now you have an outline that perfectly fits your tool. And it should fit in multiple configurations. You know, if you put the tool back in a different way, it should fit, and you should be able to pick it up nice and easy. So you do this for every tool that you have, and then there's a wonderful way to get organized. All right, that about does it. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys put this to good use and get yourselves very organized in your garages. Please share your photos if you do this yourself with us, and put anything you'd like to know in the comments or any questions you have. If you think I earned it, please like and share. And until next time, happy making.